Hello, my name is Victoria, and I am going to be doing a presentation on ELL learning. In the school system, there can be students that qualify as being ELL students. This, in the state of Arizona, refers to the students that have a native language that is other than English. This can mean that the student struggles with reading, writing, speaking, or understanding English. There are many different categories an ELL student can fall under. One example is the bilingual instructional model. This model groups students together that have the same first language. In these classrooms, the teacher is also fluent in the student's native language. Another approach to structured English is structured English immersion. This model keeps the ELL student in a gen ed classroom where the teachers will utilize visuals and going over vocabulary to ensure the students get multiple exposures to the concept or vocabulary that is being taught. The other approach is the ESL program. This approach concentrates on language such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing. In this model, language is going to be the main focus versus content being a focus. Also, the state of Arizona, the language development approach is based around 4 different principles. Instruction given to students, first of all, the instruction given to all students is going to be research-based and proven. Students' education also will be scaffolded, so until they learn a skill, they won't be moving on to a next skill. Another aspect of the language development approach is that content being taught is going to be developmental appropriate to the age and just where the student is at. So it's not going to be stuff that's over their head or just too below them. Also, that the stuff being taught is linguistically responsive to each student's needs, where they're not, maybe receiving instruction in a language that they are unfamiliar with or something like that. One way to help keep all ELL students motivated in learning is going to be, learning the English language is going to be student agency. And this is going to refer to students, instead of being motivated to learn with like trying to get a good grade on a test, they're going to be motivated using real world, being attached to real world concepts, real world roles where they're going to be learning that they know, like, okay, I'm going to be using my English in the real world. This is how I can use it in the real world versus just learning English to get a good grade, which might not carry long term as far as memory and retention. Also, there are a few components to Arizona's approved research-based SEI models. The first one is the newcomer model, which refers to a student who is pre-emergent / emergent. And all this means is a student might be new to the US, or there's going to be gaps in their formal education. Another SEI model is going to be the pull-out method. This involves a student getting pulled out from the general education setting to work in either a small group setting or one-on-one with a teacher. Also, in the 2-hour model, an ELL student is given 120 minutes of English language developmental instruction a day. And this is just in one day. That's going to equal 2 hours out of the entire day that they're there. Lastly, there is going to be the SEMI model that is called the 50-50 dual language immersion model. This consists of a student receiving instruction that is going to be 50% in English and then 50% in the student's native language. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you very much.